Boganeer, today I will have my revenge. What's up guys, it's Dizzle here and welcome back for episode 9 on the StreamCraft server. It's another beautiful day here in StreamCraft and I'm just chilling out here at the spawn chunks where things are happening, man. It's pretty cool. So we've got a lot of stuff planned for this episode, several smaller things, and then we're going to get back to this thing toward the end of the episode as well. But this is what we've been working on the last couple of episodes. It is Snow Crash's mob sphere design. And so you've got a bunch of, if you haven't been following the episodes, I'll probably put something up on the screen now so you can go kind of get caught up if you missed them. But basically mobs are spawning on those platforms and they fall to their death on this platform here, which is all covered in hoppers, over 2,400 hoppers, just an incredible number of hoppers. And then that's currently getting funneled down into like 20 chests or something, but by the end of the episode I want to have that decked out so it's a really nice, cool looking storage area. And maybe if there's time we'll get started on building up the support structure for this whole thing and try and make it look a little bit more like an actual building and not just a floating rings, UFOs or something. So that's one thing we're going to do today. We're also going to pitch in. We've got a team of people that's starting to get together and they want to tackle the Guardian farm, and so I'll probably help out with that a little bit. I'm definitely at least going to help out with the resource gathering end of it. So I already did a little bit. I made a trip out to the desert and just collected an inventory full of sand and dropped that off. So I'm going to go do some more of that. Speaking of sand, sand is an important component for one of our other major projects of the episode, which is revenge. So in the last episode we got pranked by one of the newer server members, Boganeer, and he basically did that trap door. It's like that thing where you have a bunch of trap doors on a clock, and so it makes a whole lot of noise. And so, you know, just click, 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 and really loud and really obnoxious. And he's the first guy to try and prank me on the server. And so, you know, I'm not good at pranks, you know, and I'm not particularly creative. Speaking of which, you know who we haven't seen in a long time, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, our old friend Slippy. How's it going, Slipneer? How's it going, buddy? Man, I missed you. Come on, let's go hang out. Have you ever ridden a horse through the nether before? Because let me tell you something, guys, it's the best. I'm riding a horse through hell. Like, you can't get much more BA than that. So I better start looking at where I'm going because that'll get pretty dangerous. But anyway, cool. So we got Slippy along for the ride. I want to do something related to that too, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so Boganeer pranked us in the last episode, right? We're gonna get revenge for that. And if he thought that little noisemaker prank was good, I think I've got a pretty good one. We're gonna show him how that whole noise-making prank thing is done. All right, this part might be a little bit treacherous. Excuse me, pigmen. I've got to focus here because this is not. We don't have pathways here. We just have blocks marked out. So this is exhilarating, man. If you've never ridden a horse through the nether, like, you've got to do it. This is just so much fun right here. Awesome. And here we are in safety. Very good. All right, so getting back on track. We've got I think a really good over-the-top noise-making prank for Boganeer. So that's a thing that's going to happen. We're going to need sand for that because it's going to involve TNT. And besides, we're not going to need too much sand for that, but we are going to need a lot of sand to help out with the Guardian farm. Oh yeah, I have to push him through here. We're going to need a lot of sand for the Guardian farm. And tell you what, I think for this, we're just going to just dig him out a little area here. Like so. How's that? No, a little bit more. 2 blocks deep. We also need a lot of TNT for our base project though. So now that we've got the mob farm online, I can start kind of getting some TNT together and getting ready for the massive explosion that is going to happen whenever we start doing the landscaping over there. So all that stuff is happening. Design the chest room, all that stuff is happening in this episode, I hope, and maybe some of the outside as well. So it's a lot of stuff going on in this episode. I'm really excited about it. And also, before we, like here in a second, I'm going to make a cut, and I'm going to collect a bunch of sand here. But before I forget, because I forgot in the last episode, I had a couple of you guys encourage me to start doing Twitter, and for those of you that haven't found me on there yet, I have started doing Twitter. So if you'd like to start following me on Twitter, we can hang out and talk and stuff like that. My Twitter is @CoopDizzleMC. And so I'll put it up on the screen somehow. I need to make a little graphic for it or something like that. But anyway, it's not too big of a deal, but you know, it's another place where you can catch my videos, and sometimes I just post little updates about like what I'm doing on the server, or you know, little stuff about like the UHC, votable inter-server UHC that's coming up this weekend, and stuff like that. So it's been fun, and I've been trash talking with Offensive Gen and stuff like that, so it's been a lot of fun. Go check me out on there, please, and I'd love to see you guys and hang out on there as well. So anyway, all that stuff being said, there was a lot of stuff. I just had a lot of stuff to tell you guys about for this episode. So I'm going to keep working on this for a little bit. I want to get plenty of sand, enough to get a really good start on our TNT collection, and also enough so we can spare a bit for the Guardian farm, and then I'll be right back. Alright, well, I just got done filling up my inventory over at the desert area, and I really do enjoy riding Slippy around in the nether. It feels like a really awesome thing to do, but as you can see, this is all I dug out. I'm on my way back to the spawn chunks to drop off this sand, and whoa, I almost made a liar out of me there, but we really can't safely proceed any further with Slippy, and that's really why you haven't seen him in the last few episodes. No, Sleepneer, you get in there, stay. Good boy. That's why you really haven't seen this guy in a few episodes. I'll be back soon, I promise, because we're gonna fix this thing, okay? I can take him back and forth to Photog Heights, but not really to the spawn chunks. And I'd really like to be able to get all the way back and forth from, you know, spawn chunks to just wherever. So I think what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and drop off this sand, and then I'm going to come back through here, and I'm going to edit this tunnel and do it like I did the portion that goes from Photog Heights to my base area. And basically what that means is that the gap that's on top of the ice, the what's it called, packed ice, that's still just going to be a 2-high gap, so you can run and jump and move really quick. And then I'm going to put a 2 or a 3-high path right next to it. Need to make another chest. And boom, another chest. Good. Let's go ahead and drop all this stuff in there. Awesome. Almost got a double chest of sand. That is at least a start. Might not even be a drop in the bucket though. Yeah, for a wall that goes all the way around there. So anyway, I think yeah, so anyway, I was saying about the tunnel in the nether. I'm going to go ahead and get that edited up real quick. Don't really need to show that on camera, I don't think. It's just something I'm going to go do real quick, and then I'll show it to you when it's done. Alright, well, I made the edits to the tunnels all the way out to Spawn Town. Come here, Sleepneer. So, let's see. We're going to give it the inaugural test run. Alright, so coming out of this corner is going to be a little bit tricky, because if you go into that 2-high gap, you'll suffocate for a second. But so far so good. Now we got to make our turn here. Oh, that was nice and smooth. I like it. So now we're coming up on the next big test, which is going to be the staircase. So I just went ahead and the 2-high path merges here. Okay, we took a little bit of suffocation. Yeah, a little bit there, but nothing too bad, I don't think. I might go and make that one taller. Yeah, and then what I'd like to do is just get some fence gates around here. I don't have any torches, or I'd give them some lighting. But for right now, we're just going to trap him in like so. Alright, take care, Slippy. We'll be right back. But that's not bad. That's not bad. I think I might just want to, this little roof up here, I think we just need to maybe make that a little bit taller. So anyway, while we're doing that, that kind of gives me the chance to talk about, whoops, something else that I was wanting to chat with you guys about real quick, which was something else that happened in between episodes. So I was talking in the last episode how we were having a lot of internet problems last week, and one of the things that happened is I had my second death on the server. Now, I didn't even mention my first death to you guys because it was a voluntary death. I donated my head to the museum, to Kath's museum, and so, you know, that kind of, I don't know, it doesn't count, you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to donate my player head. So, but this one, I don't know, I guess I kind of have to take credit for it. Okay, let me see, just maybe kind of dig out. Oh, you mine slower on a horse, I didn't realize that. But anyway, this one kind of has to count because it was because I was just being impatient. Basically, you know, I was having some internet lag, and so, oh no, I was rubber banding, and so I got impatient, and I threw an ender pearl out towards the mob farm. Oh crud, that part too. Let me see. Don't run away, Slippy. So anyway, so I threw an ender pearl out towards the mob farm. Oh crud. And I guess, you know, I was just sitting there. I was like, counting to, you know, 2 minutes or however long I was lagging for. And then all of a sudden I was underwater because, you know, I threw it out towards the ocean. So I was underwater and I was dead. Like, the server caught up, realized I'd been underwater for like a couple of minutes or a minute or however long. And then I died. That was it. So we're just going to deal with the suffocation damage up there. So I had to spend almost all my diamonds. I went from having 9 diamond blocks to having 9 diamonds. But I did get some really amazing gear. So we've got the best helmet you can get in the game, the P4 Aqua Affinity Respiration 3 Unbreaking 3 helmet. GG. We've got the Protection 4 Unbreaking 3 chest plate. Thorns 2 is not great. You have to repair it more, but you know, it's good for PvP, so whatever. Protection 4 Unbreaking 3, awesome. Boots, Feather Falling 4, Depth Strider 3, Unbreaking 3, Protection 4, awesome. So the gear, to me, this is the very best gear you can get. I'm totally stoked about that. I had to get new tools as well, so I did. The sword is really good. Sharpness 4, I just have to upgrade it at some point to Sharpness 5, and then it'll be the best. And then, let's see, I'm going to upgrade, combine these to get an Efficiency 5 Silk Touch, but I already have one, Efficiency 5 Silk Touch, and an Efficiency 5 Fortune 3. So it's going good, you know. The bow, I need to add one more enchant to it, either Infinity or Flame, I believe. But Power 5 is pretty powerful, so that's pretty good. The axes are kind of junk, but the shovel is alright. That's as good as you need, Efficiency 4. So anyway, all that stuff happened, and I was thinking, as I was doing all this enchanting, I thought, you know, I asked you guys a few episodes back to name the horse, and, you know, got a couple of responses, and they were good responses, and I liked them. So I was thinking, you know, why not let you guys name something else too, like my gear? And hopefully this time I won't lose it to a stupid reason like just getting impatient. So basically, if you have ideas for any of this gear that I have, including the Silk Touch Efficiency 5 pick, or the Efficiency 5 Fortune 3 pick, or the sword or the bow, any of that stuff, like, I've come up with some good names for that stuff, but really, I'm not that great at names. So feel free to let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for the names for my gear. So anyway, enough of that. I'm on my way up here to pick up some gunpowder so I can make some TNT. So I'm going to get some gunpowder, head back to the desert one more time, grab some more sand, and we're going to head over to Photog Heights and pay our friend Boganeer a little visit. Okay, let's see. How do you do this again? I think it's like this, and an X, right? And then, Boganeer, are you watching? I might be, oh, there it is, a stack of TNT, the first stack of TNT. Awesome. Well, I'm going to fill up the rest of my inventory with sand. This is from my own personal collection. And then we need to head over to Photog Heights because the other component of this is going to involve some redstone. Alright, so I've been doing some testing here, and I think I've got something that's going to work. So, let's kind of go backwards here. So I'm going to set this underneath his house somewhere, and hopefully he'll be able to hear it. I'm sure he will be. If he likes noise-making pranks, he's going to like this one. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take this dispenser, we're going to fill it up with some TNT. I'm going to use 6 for the test, okay? So we've got some TNT in here. We're going to cover this up just to make sure. If I did this right, I'm pretty sure these dirt blocks aren't going to be affected at all by the TNT. It shouldn't actually blow anything up because it's in the water. Okay, you with me so far? But it is going to be really loud and scary. So we've got this little easy redstone circuit right here. Basically, it's a redstone clock, and it's a silent, well, I don't know if it's a silent clock, but it just fires really rapidly. So I got this clock, by the way, from a YouTube video by True Mario, so I'll link that in the description. And in order to make this work properly, I'm going to need a repeater right here. So this has to be full strength, and this gap right here has to be 2 blocks in order for that to work correctly. So working further backwards here, we also have a silent T flip-flop. So I had to look this one up too. Let me go see, let's see, who did this one? That would be Blackstone Movies. So I'll link both of those guys in the description. This is a really compact, basically like a cubed 2x2 square of a silent T flip-flop. And the silent part is important. I don't want him to hear any pistons moving. The other thing though that I noticed about this is it seems to only fire one way, or maybe it's just something about how I've had to make this, because the way that I have to run the wiring here, I had to place a couple of extra dirt blocks. So like right here you can see the signal gets across, so that might have something to do with why it's only working one way, but actually that really works to our advantage. So let's see, 1 minute. Okay, let me think, is that gonna, actually that should work. I don't think that's gonna interfere with anything. Okay, so silent T flip-flop, but for some reason it only works one way. Now the input for this is going to be a pressure plate, so he does have oak wood floors, so I'm hoping maybe he won't notice anything, or maybe he'll step on it just to be a good sport if he does. But basically this should give this a signal which goes into the silent T flip-flop, which turns on this redstone signal, pushes it into this clock, which starts rapidly firing somewhere way under his house, where this will start blowing up, but hopefully not blowing up his actual house. Okay, so let's give this a shot. I have not tested this yet, so 3, 2, 1. Alright, something didn't work. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I'm pretty sure, do I have an item in here? I have 2 items. I wonder if that's the problem. Let's just put this block back because I had it there before, and let's see how that works. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yes. That's cool. Alright, so before I get that prank set up over at Boganeer's place, I thought I'd just show you guys, well, I thought I'd show you his actual house. It's really nice. So, I made this tunnel one day. It was just a real quick job. It's not a finished design by any means, but that was strictly just to open up a pathway to the other side of the mountain where we can have a little bit more development. So, we've got a few of our new players that are moving in over here. We have Twisted, who I think he just released a little kind of a prologue episode of StreamCraft. He's over there. CKLP is over in that direction. Yeah, you can't really, it's hard to see, but there's a little temporary wooden bridge that goes out in that way. That goes over to his new house. And this beautiful piece of work right here is Boganeer's house. I love this place. I was checking this out last night. I was scouting it, so to speak. And I love this little central area that he did right here with the water fountain. And the water fountain's cool, but what really makes it is like the chairs and the plants surrounding it. That is just beautiful. And then you've got this thing over here. Okay, this is a great idea. Check this out for the walkway. And it's just covered in, it's got leaves on top, and then it's got vines going down on bottom to kind of give, I don't know what you would call that exactly, but it's just a nice little walkway. And I think I've seen walkways like this before, but I don't know what style it is. But anyway, that is a really cool idea. The house design itself is really nice, and he's got the, he used fence gates, and I think he said that this was inspired by the hacienda, but this looks really good right here, using the fence gates to kind of support the overhang of the roof. And yeah, just a lot of really great detail up there. So the shape of the building is really cool as well. I wonder if I can just hop back real quick and get a better look at it. So this is just really cool inspiration, I think, because yeah, the shape of it is quite unique to anything I would usually see. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, we'll go take a look on the inside real quick. He did a nice job with the interior design as well. And you know, it kind of makes me wish that I did a smaller spawn house, just because it's, you know, easier to fill up and stuff. But he did a great job. Here's a little kitchen area right here. So I'll just take a small look at that. Looks really good. And let's see, this just goes, I believe, that just goes down to a mine shaft. But up here we've got a couple of things. Let's see. Here's his bedroom up here, and just kind of decorated with some armor stands. And I want to say, I don't think there's much on the next level up. Maybe just a viewing area. Yeah, that's right. But it does have a nice view of this part of Photog Heights. There you go, you can kind of see Twisted's working on a little house over there. And you can see that bridge I was talking about a little bit better. There you go. So right over there is where CK is building. So all that's pretty cool. And if we head down here, you can see the rest of this first floor. And this is really like the cool thing to check out. This floor design right here is really neat. And we got just some paintings, cool shapes on the windows, and a really nice storage area with tons of anvils. He's also got a map of the entire Photog Heights area, which is really cool. I haven't seen it like this, you know what I mean? It might be the first 3x3 map that we have, or that at least that I know of Photog Heights. So that's pretty neat. And yeah, he's got anvils. Oh, these are held up by string. That's pretty cool. So it looks really good, and it's got everything you need, you know, like for your spawn house, for your house at Spawn Town, you really don't need that much, do you? Okay, nice table to chill out. Oh, what is this? He used beds for the... Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that before. That's pretty neat. So, anyway, that's Boganeer's place. It's really nice. I don't think it's 100% complete yet, but I think it's pretty close. Like he said, these torches are temporary. So it's not complete yet, but it's getting really close, and it's time to prank him. So I thought I would just show you guys real quick. Now what I've got to do, what I think I'm going to do is, we're going to have a pressure plate right here. I'm going to staircase that down. I've got to staircase it around this tunnel. So I'm probably going to staircase it around this way, and then I just have to be careful. I don't want to break through any of this. And yeah, I might even have to do another little bit of a test once I get it set up to make sure you can still hear it, because I'm not sure how far down here I want to make it. But I made 3 more stacks of TNT. Hopefully that doesn't like crash the server or something. I don't think it will, but they're going to be fired very rapidly. And oh, I missed it. Alright, sorry Twisted. Let me get out of there real quick. So I've got 3 stacks of TNT, so I can use these for a little bit of testing and then throw in whatever else I've got. And whenever he activates this thing, these are going to fire off very rapidly. You're going to have over 180 TNT explosions. Boom, 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 one right after the other. So should be pretty good, pretty spectacular, I hope. I'm going to get to work on that, and then I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, well I've got everything wired up. So there's a pressure plate here right when he walks in. It almost blends in with where he's at. It's going to activate this redstone. In fact, why am I even doing that? Let me just show you. So I walk in, redstone's activated, and you should be able to hear the clicking. So this is our silent T flip-flop, and it's sending the signal out here, and then it's singing this in here. And then if we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's just go ahead and throw these in there. Yes, that's gonna be so cool. Okay, so the only thing alright, so the only thing is that when we tested it out over there, for some reason the T flip-flop only worked one way. It was only turning it on. But you'll see here, if I go ahead and walk over it again, it's gonna turn it off. Did you hear the clicking stop? And so here you go. I have no idea why it was working in one area but not in this area. So, but now the T flip-flop is acting the way that it's supposed to, and that's going to be a little bit of a problem, to be honest. I'm not going to leave, I don't think I'm going to leave 3 stacks of TNT in there, because I have to imagine that as soon as he walks over a pressure plate and hears that he walks over a pressure plate, it's probably going to be like, oh crap, and walk over it again, and that will stop the prank. So I don't want to waste any TNT. So I think I'm just going to leave 1 stack of TNT in here, and then this will be pretty easy to find too. I'm going to leave all these resources that I mined out as well. I did it with a silk touch pick, and I'm just going, I think, I'm just going to, yeah, so all the stuff that I mined out to get down here, I'm just going to leave in his chests. So I think that will be just fine. If he wants to fill it in, he can, and you know, he might not, but the only thing is I did have to use a oak slab to make that a full block. It was just a slab before, so I'm going to have to grab one of those from him. But otherwise, I'd say once I get that, that slab right there replaced, this prank is ready to go. I'm just going to have to leave a sign for it. Alright, so you are not going to believe what just happened, okay? I put on the signs. The sign says, "Hey Bog, I heard you like loud noises. Enjoy your new upgrade, Coop Dizzle." Now my son was in here, so I was like, you know what, I'll just show him the prank, because I have like 2 more stacks of TNT I can use. So I walked over the pressure plate, everything was going perfectly. Tss, click, 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 boom, 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 boom. And, you know, we were getting a kick out of it, like, ha 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 ha, this is going to be an awesome prank. Look at this. I don't know what happened. I mean, we tested this. Did it even take out, is this some of the glass? It took out some of the glass? Oh, crud. I can't believe this. I mean, we tested it, right? We tested it and nothing bad happened. I even used like the first 6 TNT, right? You remember that? I put TNT in here and it destroyed some of the redstone, of course. But I put in TNT, 6 of them, remember? And then we tested it and everything went fine. Nothing got destroyed. How did this happen? This was not supposed to happen. All the TNT was in water. There was nowhere else for it to go, and somehow not only did it blow up this piece over here, but it also flew over here and blew up into his wall. I am devastated right now. So, and I only got a little bit of the stained clay back, but he had white stained clay and red stained clay, so I think he is doing a server event playing GTA right now. Oh, guys, we might have to just cancel this whole prank because I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, so I'm gonna go get a bunch of bone meal. I'm gonna go get a bunch of stained clay. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna try and fix this mess, and we're probably just going to rethink this whole prank thing and maybe come back to it another time. So hopefully I can get this done before he logs back on. Why did I do that? Do I have my bucket? There we go. So hopefully I can get all this cleaned up before he gets back on, but I feel so bad. I've never griefed anyone's build before, and it was an accidental grief, I promise, I promise. So, alright, I'm going to work on getting this fixed up. Hopefully I can fix it up before he knows anything even ever happened, and then I will see you in just a few minutes. Alright, so I think I've got everything repaired here. Everything looks pretty good. I was very careful to make sure that everything matched on all sides and that the torch placements matched all the other sides and everything was good. So I think we are okay. Boganeer has not logged on yet, so far so good. And the only thing I need is this. I don't know if this hole was left here intentionally or if it was part of the TNT damage, and I feel like if it was part of the TNT damage, I don't want to, oh gosh, I have too much junk. I don't want to be, I don't know, I don't want to leave it open just in case, and then if it does need to be open, he can always open it. I mean, he's going to see the video anyway, so he's going to know that like something happened here when he sees the video. He's just not going to know everything until he sees it. So I'm going to leave absolutely no evidence. Let's see, there should be a sign here. And one thing I am going to do is I had to borrow some of his white stained clay and red stained clay. He had that laying around. Let's see, torches are temporary. I don't know if it was laid out exactly like that, but there you go. So now hopefully everything looks kosher and everything looks cool. And one thing, like I said, I am going to do is I need to replace some of the white stained clay and the red stained clay. I would just went ahead and borrowed his supplies so I could get it done a lot faster, because I did not want him logging in and then seeing what happened. So I'm going to put that back. I used, I think, about 30 bricks of each, so I'm going to go get about a stack of each of those, drop it off over here, and then everything should be cool. And you know what? I was thinking, you know, Boganeer, no revenge, man. Truce. I'm good, dude, because I never prank, and this is probably why. Like, I tried to do something I thought it'd be really funny, and ended up being a complete disaster. So I'm just gonna stay away from pranks and let you have that. You get the win there, buddy. Congratulations. And now I am going to run away from this house as fast as I can and get the stained clay. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that off, but then I'm gonna meet you guys back over at the spawn chunks so we can actually do some... Oh my gosh, he just joined the game. Woo! I'll meet you guys back at spawn. Well guys, I had no idea how much episode time I was spending on that prank, so unfortunately that's going to be the end of the episode for today. But the good news is I have a lot more stuff recorded already, so we're going to have the normal episode on Thursday, and then this will be your bonus episode for the week. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I hope you had a good time. Thanks for hanging out, and if you did enjoy it, please make sure and hit the like button. It really helps me out. If you like the series, make sure that you spread the word and help me out. We're at 92 subscribers. Thank you so much. And yeah, I guess that's it, guys. So, oh, make sure and hang out in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the prank disaster and all that good stuff. And also, of course, naming my gear. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at CoopDizzleMC. And yeah, that's it, guys. All right, so thank you so much again. And until next time, may you be happy, may you be well, and take care. I'll see you later.